Hey Ashley, it's Mimi. Hope you'll be able to view this. It's just easier. So I was looking at your questions here. It says love life is not working out at all. Can't get a decent date, not meeting anyone. Not sure what to do with your career. Difficulty with income right now and with getting your disability. What? What is it? Come up here. Come here. Okay, so that's what we'll do. What I'll do is a column spread. I'll do a love life column, what your situation is, well, what's on your mind, the energy around the situation, and then a suggestion to make it better, to improve the situation. So we'll do it for um, your income, your finances. I'm not going to do just career just yet. I was just thinking we would work on your finances, and that could include career. And then we'll do love life, same concept. What's on your mind, the situation or the energy around it, and then some suggestions. And then for the last one, then we'll look at career, same concept. And I'm going to use the Morgan Greer Tarot, which is a Rider-Waite-Smith based tarot. Right now you might be feeling the weird energies that are occurring because of Venus retrograde, making you kind of long for something you had in the past, possibly. She also has to do with value, so this is also a great opportunity to look at how you budget. I know I'm in desperate need of that, and she's desperately calling me to look at how I spend my money, which isn't very smart, the way I spend it, I mean. So you could be feeling that, why you're feeling a desire to have a relationship, have that companionship. All right. Whoops. All right. So again, first column is going to be finances. Second column will be love. And third column will be career. So first column, let's find out where we are with finances. You're in a holding period. That's very obvious. You're waiting and waiting and waiting. We'll get some information on the energy around why you're waiting. So this is finances, probably your disability. Second one is for love, which is the world in reverse. That's what's on your mind. And then thirdly, we have career, which is the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay, so on your mind at the moment, as it relates to finances, you have been waiting. This is the Hangman. And when you're talking about spirituality, the Hangman has to do with going deeply within, changing your perspective. And it looks, but also it's about waiting. So it's kind of about changing your perspective and waiting. So that said, I know with disability, it takes a lot of time. A lot of time. All the paperwork, they don't like to squeak any money out. They don't have to. So again, you're obviously hurting because of the waiting that's going on and you're struggling along the way. With love, you got the world in reverse. Now the world in upright means that you've learned some kind of a lesson and you are refocusing to a new start. So upright, it means you would have completed some kind of learning lesson or evolution, but you got it in reverse, which makes me think either you're thinking back on the mistakes that were made in the past, or you're focusing on a situation, you're focusing on love when really you need to be working on yourself and your own evolution before you can, come in with anything to offer someone else. Not to say you don't have something to offer, just to say until you fix the old wounds, which again, Venus retrograde will help you look reasonably and rationally back at previous choices. So again, this is what's on your mind. And then in the third position, we had career, which is the Knight of Wands in reverse. The Knight of Wands is a Sagittarius energy. So it's either a Sagittarius or a Sagittarian energy. I suppose that could be you. But he's a fast-moving knight. Knights are mutable, which will make him a Sagittarius or her a Sagittarius. But as an energy, if when we're talking about career, it looks almost as though you want to start a career, but you're kind of not sure of where you want to go or what you want to do, and it doesn't seem like you have a lot of energy for the career either. Like you're really tapped out in energy. You just don't have any oomph to go for anything. You have some ideas swimming around in your head, but nothing so concrete that you have the passion to move forward on. Okay, so this is the actual energy around it, not what thoughts and feelings you're investing in it, but what's actually around it. So here we are with money, back to finances. What's the actual situation? And then the last position for each of these rows will be some advice. Not from me, but from Spirit. All right. Okay, so the actual situation is victory. 6 of Wands, excuse me, no, not victory, I'm sorry. This is 9 of Wands upright, which is also about waiting and also about ending a cycle. It came in the upright position, which generally means someone's holding fast for their result, hanging in there. Because it's upright as well, and it has to do with the situation financially, this tells me that you're right about at the end of whatever this is. That means that either you're going to get a job or you're going to get some disability information soon. You're going to get some kind of something's going to tide you over. Something's going to hold you over. You just have a little bit longer to wait. So don't lose faith. Hang in there. You're not waiting for no reason. Don't throw the towel in. So just hang in there. That's the situation right now, is it takes time. And that makes sense with disability and with other finances. It just takes time. Okay. And then for this row, we're talking about relationships, right? I got the star in reverse. Well, actually, it fell out. So let me shuffle again. I don't want to give you that. The actual situation. If the star in reverse was meant to be your card, that means you might have some health issues that take precedence over relationships right now. Or something to do with relationships is stressing you out so much that it is causing you health problems, or you might have a tendency to be in abusive relationships, verbally or physically. So just for the sake of love, not any love is okay. It's better to be alone than to be treated like shit, in my view. All right, relationships. How is it really? What is the energy and the situation literally around relationships? Okay, so it's the sun. That's great. The sun basically says that you're ready, you're open, you are being noticed by people. The sun energy is kind of the celebrity energy, so it's not like you're going unnoticed. There's possibly a lot of people. Now, this does not just mean people that are looking at you romantically. People are just admiring you, your style, who you are. So when you get the sun like this, the energy is basically there, regardless of what you think in your head. You've got what it takes to actually be in a great relationship, and you're certainly lovable. The sun would indicate that you're definitely lovable, okay? So the energy is there to start a relationship. I think this is kind of telling you to prioritize relationship, maybe not on the front, because that stuff happens. When it's meant to happen, it happens. This is the stuff within your control, the finances and the career. This stuff involves two parties. It's something you can't control. So just bring your best self to the table in every situation, whether it's the career or the finances or the relationship. When you bring your best self, which is basically saying you've got a lot going on, really a lot going for you. When you bring your best self to the situation, it will all happen naturally, absolutely naturally. Okay, and then the second spot here, again, this is for the situation for career. The energies as they stand around the career. I think you mentioned here, what did you say about your career? Should you go back to school? Should you start a business? Maybe both, get a job. Okay, and that we know that the steady income over here that you're kind of relying on is the Social Security income. So that's another thing to look at, you know, is starting a career or going back to school or starting a job something that's going to hinder the reason that you're seeking disability? Is it going to hurt you in some way? Will it hurt your health? With the sun, I'm getting the indication that it won't, but just, you know, keep that in mind. So career, considering all factors, Wow, there we go. You got Judgment in reverse. So the career right now, Judgment in reverse is about you learn, well, you're supposed to learn something. You're about to learn something, or you're meant to learn something. Judgment. You're supposed to become enlightened about something, but you're not. And the delay on you becoming enlightened, whether or not to start school, or whether that has something to do with, it looks like you're focusing on starting school. But energy here, Spirit is saying, as long as you remain unsure on what you want, the energy is there. Well, the energy is actually not there, and even if it were, I don't think you'd know where to direct it. So this isn't really telling you where you should start, what you should do. But because it's Judgment, sometimes that would indicate to me that, you know, this is more around education. So it feels like maybe you've been, instead of getting a job or starting a business, it seems like you're really focusing more on school, thinking about going to school. But again, they're scattered. There's not energy, and what energy you do have is scattered. So I'm kind of getting the idea to look at your health, because right dead center is the sun, and that kind of speaks to everything, whether you're going to have the strength to start a business, start school. It has directly a lot to do with the disability. And it's certainly got to be in good you got to be in good health before you can really, you know, get into a relationship where you feel your full self involved and engaged. All right, let's go to the advice. So starting with the finances, we know it's a waiting game. Oops, that was too many. But the top of it was the Ace of Pentacles, which means there's good news coming. The aces are the root of energy, and you got the Ace of Pentacles in this area of finances. So we know it's just a bit of a waiting game, and the advice is to stay focused on money, not lack of money, right? However, stay focused on having money, what it will be like when you have money, how you'll feel so much better when you can make ends meet, when you're not struggling, things like that. So really focus on a final result on what that money will bring. So the advice is to focus on finances. So, you know, if you look on YouTube, there are inspirational videos that help you, you know, desires for money, and they'll show images and music, and sometimes they'll even have subliminal messages to help get your head focused in on money and finances. So remember, you want to focus on money and having it and all the cool things you'll have when you have it, the peace of mind instead of the struggling. And do not focus on the struggle. Do not focus on the lack. Okay? So you've done everything. It looks as though you've done everything that you can. It's a waiting game right now, but there is going to be a result at the end. How big of a result? Because this is the root of it. So it doesn't really indicate in what amounts, but how big the result is really depends on you. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to get rid of those. The star card keeps wanting to come out, so let's see if it comes out again. I'm going to shuffle again. It popped out with this and some other cards. All right. Relationships, some advice. So you got the Seven of Cups in reverse. Seven of Cups upright is choices, choices, choices. It's an uneven number. It's you not narrowing down, you know, like over here. You're not, even if you had the energy to put into a career or to start school, you really are too scattered as to what you want. So, but you got this in reverse. So what this is telling me for relationships is, since you've got what it takes, I don't think you need to live in dreamland about what you want anymore. So because you've got what it takes and you've got people admiring you, okay? So when the time comes, when the time is right, you will have what it takes to give love and to receive love. What you need to let go is is these pie in the sky ideas of romance. In the upright, it's about fantasies, wishes, whatever, you know, you can have this, you can have this, you can have this, I can have anything I want, you just can't decide. But what you don't want to go is with what is fantasy. You want to live with real love, real true love. So, you know, don't make it a situation where gosh, someday when I am a perfect size 2 or something like that, then I'll find love, right? And then, you know, hold off on love until then. Also, do not choose whoever comes your way. If you don't settle is basically what I'm getting at, okay? Because you have options, you will have several options available to you, and you probably do right now, but you've been settling in the past, and you really don't want to settle any longer, all right? And then last place would be career. What's some advice for career? Sorry, this was taking so long. Well, you got the work and invest card. 7 of Pentacles. It's kind of perfect. So you need to do the work in investigating what you want, and then you need to narrow down what you want. You've got 2 7s here. Okay, and when it comes to 7s and some advice, 7 again is an uneven number, and it's about making a decision. So you have the wherewithal and the fortitude to do work, to put in the work, and you will put in the work, but you just have to narrow it down because you can't do a million things at once. So weigh your options, consider the pros and cons of school, consider the finances involved with school. That's not something you can brush under the rug with your disability. So again, budget is important, and positive thinking about finances. Don't live in like, what do they call it? Don't live in poverty thinking, but at the same time, be smart about your money. Look where it's going. If you've got credit cards with high interest rates, do some research online and find out what's the best way to get that down. Should I pay off what I've got with that, or should I be doing something else? Should I do bankruptcy if it's that kind of thing? Should I go to credit counseling? Okay, but keep in mind that this will come to a resolution. It's coming soon. I know you're waiting, but it's coming soon. Just hang in there, and you kind of need to engage in things here. So I mean, the relationships are nice, and they're great and everything, but I think that we need to focus on you because this is dead center, and the sun is Leo. Leo is ruled by the sun. This is one of the 2 Leo cards in the deck, and it's about the I will. Okay, so you really need to gather up as much energy as you can muster. Again, I don't know if you're not well or not, but gather up as much energy as you can muster and focus on who you are, expressing fully who you are, love who you are, and then narrow down some decisions. Okay, what are my backup plans if disability doesn't go through? It looks like it's going to. I don't see a problem. These are all upright cards, which means finances will improve. It's just waiting, and then boom. But make a decision. Do you want to be a wealthy person, or do you want to be a person that's just secure? Not just, but you know what I'm saying? Make a decision, because literally you can do anything. You're in a good spot here. So, and this is also in the upright, but it's a 7. So what it's basically saying is whatever you decide here in your future, you will succeed at it, okay? But you have to decide. You have to make a decision. It looks like relationships are certainly important to you, but I think really the relationship with yourself is the most important. And then this will take care of itself if you're patient and you're frugal and you're careful. I hope that helped. I hope that was some help. I'll take a picture of this too in case you can't watch the video. And then, yeah, just let me know if you can't watch the video. And then we will, I'll just do a description with the photo. All right? Gosh, I hope everything works out. I know what it's like to be struggling like that, where you're like, oh, am I going to get evicted? Stuff like that. So hang in there. It will be okay. The situation's going to be fixed. But definitely wake up to yourself, embrace yourself, love yourself, and then the worthy will come. The worthy men or gals or whoever you're into will come around. And then with career, you got to make up your mind, and once you decide, then focus and be patient. That's it. All right. You take care. Happy full moon.